Hey guys, it's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe, and I wanted to talk about the 1987 movie, The Lamp, also known as The Outing. I prefer The Lamp artwork and name. That's what they called it in the UK. I think it looks a lot better and is a little more apropos, so that's the cover I'm going to use. But this was released in 2021 by Vinegar Syndrome. I believe it had a DVD prior from another company. I don't know if it was Scream Factory, I can't recall. But since today is March 1st and the Vinegar Syndrome stuff is going to get announced for the month later on this afternoon, I figured I'd talk about a Vinegar Syndrome title that most people seem to like. Sometimes Vinegar Syndrome puts out real garbage. They'll put out stuff that's underground but not necessarily fun or good. I like when they're cheesy and fun, and this totally fits the bill. Most people seem to like this, and I'm glad I picked it up. So, the main point of the story of The Lamp is there's an old woman whose house gets robbed, and she has a lamp hidden within the wall. I don't want to say too much and spoil too much of the story, but the lamp gets taken to a museum eventually, and the curator at the museum and his daughter are kind of squabbling. You can tell they have some issues, and something happens, and the lamp comes to life, and the genie, now the mystical evil, comes out of the lamp and starts to possess people, drop items on people in the museum to like kill them or stab them or make things levitate and go after people, things like that. And it's a pretty fun movie. It's one I hadn't really heard of. I thought I had seen it once, and I may have, after the Blu-ray came out, I may have watched it on YouTube or something at one point, but it's definitely reminiscent of something like Night of the Demons. So if you like those movies, any of them really, any of the three, you'll probably like The Lamp. I think it was a fun movie. It's kind of a simple film. You know, the main crux of the story is this evil genie in this lamp killing these kids in a museum who snuck in to hang out with all their friends. And there's different points of the story, you know, where the genie possesses people and now the person's doing something out of character or killing someone or something because the genie's inside of them. It's not them doing the killing, but it's pretty fun, and I'm actually surprised I hadn't heard of it considering how normal it is compared to other releases by Vinegar Syndrome. There's some pretty good deaths in the film and gore. I thought that you know, people get like their throats cut or their fingers cut off and stabbed, and I thought it was, you know, if you're like a gore hound, it's pretty cool, but it's got that cheesy fun element to it. It's not over the top or taking itself too seriously. This Blu-ray has a 2K restoration. I believe they put all the extra scenes back into it from the UK version. It has an extended making of documentary with new interviews with cast and crew. And so the 2K scan is interpositive. They couldn't find the negative. So it looks good, but it doesn't look amazing. So if you've seen other Vinegar Syndrome releases where they have the negative and it looks phenomenal, this isn't one of those. It definitely looks very good. It's a great looking scan, but it's not perfect. The extended documentaries with writer-producer Warren Chaney, executive producer Fred T. Kernett, along with actors Deborah Winters, Andres St. Ivany, Andre Chimney, Hank Amigo, Michelle Watkins, and Barry Coffin. A commentary track with the writer-producer along with the actors, original theatrical trailer, reversible cover art, and English subtitles. I had picked this one up used from Bull Moose. I don't know if you guys know about them. When I was in Maine, I happened to stop in and they had some good rare stuff. I wasn't really collecting movies as much. I mean, I was, but I had stopped collecting movies at that point. I wasn't really buying like the underground Blu-rays. I wish I was, because they probably had some cool stuff at that point, but I was buying more normal mainstream horror Blu-rays at that point. They had video games. Anyway, they sell stuff online with free shipping if you get over $35 and no tax to New York, so it's kind of a win-win. This was used for, I think, $17.99, which is kind of what it goes for in like the forums on Facebook, but again, free shipping, so that was cool. Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was a fun, cheesy movie. Again, if you like films like Night of the Demons, I think you'll like that sort of setting with something bad or possessions and killings going on in a house. This is just in a museum, so if you like museum settings and artifacts and things, you might even find that kind of enjoyable. But overall, I would recommend The Lamp. I think it's a fun B-movie horror outing that most people hadn't heard of that I think you'll probably enjoy. It's very accessible compared to the rest of the Vinegar Syndrome library. So let me know, guys, if you've seen The Lamp, what you thought of it, and if you haven't seen it and you do watch it, please weigh in. Thanks, guys, for watching. It's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. Be good.